The storm isn't over yet. I'm not done fighting for Joleen because she's not here to fight for herself.
Not giving up. The mother of missing Nassau County woman Joleen Cummin promising to continue to fight for justice after a judge's major ruling today in the case. Today, a judge ruling that accused killer Kimberly Kessler is incompetent to stand trial.
Now, Kessler is charged with the murder of Joleen Cummin and the only suspect in her disappearance. They both worked together at Tangle's Hair Salon in Nassau County.
Now, Cummin went missing last May around Mother's Day, and prosecutors believe she is dead, but her body has not been found.
It's a high-profile local murder case that really has garnered national attention. We have live team coverage for you from several different angles tonight. Troy Kless is looking into the legal aspect on how Kessler was deemed incompetent today and what's next for her.
Katie Jeffries is also breaking down a timeline on the case, but we begin with Kimberly Eppinger, who joins us live from Nassau County tonight with today's developments from court. Cam.
Anthony, where I'm standing, this is where Joleen Cummin was last seen, the Tangle's Hair Salon. But as you can see right behind me, that business has since closed up shop, and it's now a printing business that's been open for the past few weeks. Now, despite the judge's ruling, we spoke with Joleen Cummin's mother, Ann Johnson, and she says that she's continuing to hold on to hope, and she's not giving up, and she's going to continue to fight for justice for her daughter. More than a year after being charged with first-degree murder, a judge rules Kimberly Kessler is unfit to stand trial. Kessler is the sole suspect in the disappearance of Joleen Cummin, a mother of three who was last seen leaving the Tangle's Hair Salon in Yulee. After today's ruling, Kessler will now be sent to the Florida State Hospital to restore competency, where she will live for the next 5 years. If she isn't found competent, charges will be dropped, but she will remain incarcerated in a mental health hospital. Cummin's mother, Ann Johnson, had this to say in response to the judge's ruling.
Is the suspect really incompetent, or is the suspect just very intelligent?
Now, one thing I also want to mention is that we did ask Miss Ann Johnson about Joleen's kids. You'll recall she has 3 children, the oldest 11 years old, and when we asked about her, Ann Johnson said that the kids are still struggling, still having a tough time coping with this loss. Now, as for Kessler, the judge says that she'll be up for reevaluation in the next 6 months, sometime in January. For now, reporting live in Nassau County, Kimberly Eppinger, First Coast News, on your side.
We know that family has been through a lot. Thank you, Cam.
They sure have. So we know that there have been a lot of moving pieces to this case. And so we want to give you a timeline of what's happened since May of last year.
Here's On Your Side's Katie Jeffries with a recap highlighting the major developments so far and how we got to this point.
On May 12th of 2018, Cummin is last seen leaving Tangle's Hair Salon in Fernandina Beach, where she worked. The next day, Mother's Day, she does not show up to pick up her 3 children from her ex-husband. On May 14th, Ann Johnson, her mother, reports her missing. 8 days later, Kimberly Kessler, also known as Jennifer Seibert, is arrested after surveillance video shows her dumping Cummin's SUV near a Home Depot in Nassau County. Kessler was Cummin's co-worker, and deputies say that she was using a fake name and fake social security number. On July 7th, the FBI began searching the Chesser landfill in Charlton County for possible evidence in Cummin's disappearance. September 6th, surveillance video is released that shows Kessler anxious and irritable at a gas station after Cummin went missing. On September 7th, Nassau County Sheriff Bill Leeper announces Kessler has been charged with first-degree premeditated murder. In January, the court proceedings began, and for the first time since Kessler's arrest, Joleen Cummin's family was in the same room with her. In April, new evidence was released that said Cummin's DNA was found on Kessler's boots and socks. Bloodstains were found on the vacuum, metal shelf, and trash can in Tangle's Hair Salon. And Joleen Cummin's blood was found on a pair of scissors in Kessler's vehicle. After several delays and hearings, Kessler underwent a competency exam in June, and today she was found incompetent to stand trial. So how was Kessler deemed incompetent, and what happens now in this case? On Your Side's Troy Kless spoke with well-known